You are not a real fighter. You will never be discussed anywhere in boxing history. Ever. Fake Paul. Ever, ever. Forever, ever, ever, ever. To quote the great Andre 3000 and Big Boy of Outkast. Ever, 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 ever. You're not Sugar Ray Leonard. You're not Sugar Ray Robinson. You're not Joe Louis. You're not George Foreman, Roberto Duran, Iran Barkley, Aaron Pryor, Alexis Arguello, the Bronx Bull, the Raging Bull, Jake LaMotta. You're not Jake the Snake. You're not Rocky Balboa, Rocky Marciano. You're none of those things. You'll never be discussed, ever. Jake Paul, you will never be discussed in actual boxing history. You'll be discussed in the bullshit of boxing history. Oh yeah, but even that, you're not top 10. You got that? Even that, you're not top 10. You walk around with these belts that you bought for yourself or somebody gifted you. You never beat anybody. The only real boxer you fought was Tyson Fury's brother, and you lost to him. It's the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Live.
You down with Rapaport? Yes, I am. 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 You better tune in, iamrapaportpodcast. Cause every single podcast, you know he drops bombs. I seen him on set, a seasoned vet with true talent. Catch him on his way to CrossFit, rocking the New Balance. He asked me to do the track cause he know I rhyme elite. But I'm just waiting for the Robert De Niro line of the week. Breakfast of Champions, hosted bagel, cream cheese and lox. This is I Am Rapaport, the show never stops. We might catch him out in public, stretching his knees. But if you don't listen to the show, yo, wiggle please. Wiggle please. This is the I Am Rapaport Podcast.
Boom, have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is here. Biggity boom. Have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is here. Booming. High flying. Fully disruptive I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast episode is coming at you right now. Fake Jake Paul is fighting Iron Mike Tyson this Friday. I'm making my prediction and I'm explaining in basic terms, basic English, why Jake Paul will never go down, will never be associated with anything, good, bad, or indifferent in boxing history. Plus, the NBA is in full swing. The NBA and the NFL are in full swing. The Warriors are 8-2. Wake up, wake up. The Warriors are 8-2 and do not suspend Deebo Samuels. All that and more on a hard-hitting, high-flying I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Coming up right now, Miles Jordan, a.k.a. the Bleach Brothers, a.k.a. the Dust Brothers. Start this podcast with something real nice. Start this podcast with something loud. But most importantly, start this brand new banging I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast off with something real funky. This is the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Lickety, let's go, baby. Have no fear, the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is here. Biggity boom, have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is in the place to be, yeah. Welcome to the Iron Dome of Disruption. Welcome to the Ziggity Zone of Disruption. My name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Inflamed Ashkenazi, a.k.a. the Raging Bullshitter, a.k.a. the Sultan of Sniff, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo. Hope everybody's feeling real nice. Hope you're feeling real safe. Hope you're feeling real sane. Hope you're feeling real nice, real safe, and really, really sane. I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast coming live and direct back, baby. Back in New York. Back in the New York state of mind. I want to give a shout out to the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast listeners who came to see me perform last week in Indianapolis. Great show. And I want to give a shout out to the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast listeners who came to see me in Chicago. where I protested the protesters. You fucks, you. You fucks, you. You thought you were going to come to a Michael Rapaport show and protest me? I protest you, you fucks. I welcomed everybody. I said, who's here to have a good time? And I said, now, who's here to start some shit? Because you could say something now or forever hold your peace, you fucks, you. Nobody said nothing. And I said, you cheap cocksuckers, you're wasting your time on your dumb, goofy signs. You could have bought tickets to come inside and confront me. Mano y mano. You didn't want to do that. Even in Sacramento, the protesters were more about that life. At least they paid for tickets. You assholes just stayed outside and wasted your hard-earned money, or somebody's hard-earned money, or somebody's hard-earned money that donated it to you on signs. Now go wipe your ass with those signs, you dog, you. Roof. Go wipe your ass with your Michael Rapaport is a Zionist. Michael Rapaport is a racist. Signs, you fucks, you. They didn't have the nuts and bolts to come inside. And I asked them, I said, I'll meet any one of yous and all of yous, any place, any time. They didn't want to do it. They didn't want to do that, have that face-to-face action, that bump. Anyway, great show in Indianapolis, great show in Chicago. I am performing the 21st in Boston, Beantown, baby, Boston, at the Wilbur Theater. I am performing the 22nd in Ridgefield, Connecticut. I am performing the 23rd in Toronto. I'm performing the 6th in Los Angeles, California. All tickets, all information is available at michaelrapaportcomedy.com. Miggity, michaelrapaportcomedy.com. I will be in Dallas this weekend. Okay. I got a little thing in Dallas this weekend, not comedy. But Dallas is where Iron Mike Tyson is going to be fighting Fake Paul. And I don't know if I'm going to this fight. I don't know if I want to go to this fight. But I am hoping, praying that Iron Mike Tyson has one last round of that good Iron Mike that we all know and love. Because that'll be all it takes to rattle the fucking cage of fake Jake Paul. They're doing all sorts of promotion for this fight now, as they should. The fight is the 15th of November, this Friday, this upcoming Friday, in Texas, Jerry World. Jerry's World, where his Dallas Cowboys lose week after week, every week. It's like easy work. You stroll on into Dallas, and you know you're going to get yourself a nice, easy win. The Eagles beat the dog shit out of the Cowboys this past weekend. It's like a free-for-all over there. It's like the little whorehouse of Texas. You just go in there, and you just take that win. The Eagles beat them 34-6. I know that shit hurts. 34-6. And we'll talk some NFL in a second, but Jake Paul said that when he knocks out Mike Tyson, it will be the biggest thing in boxing history. Let me tell you something, Fake Paul. There is nothing, there is not a thing you'll ever do. If you happen to beat Mike Tyson or get the shit beaten out of you by Mike Tyson, there is nothing in boxing, real boxing history, that you will ever be associated with Fake Paul, because you are not a real boxer. You're not a real you're not a professional boxer. You're a YouTube guy who has generated enough fandom, kookiness, craziness to self-promote finance these fights, which may or may not be actual fights. They may be staged. They may be staged. I don't know if they are. I'm not accusing them of being staged, but they possibly, allegedly have been discussed as being staged. But you are not a real fighter. You will never be discussed anywhere in boxing history, ever, Fake Paul, ever, ever, forever, ever, 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 to quote the great Andre 3000 and Big Boy of Outkast, ever, 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 ever. You're not Sugar Ray Leonard. You're not Sugar Ray Robinson. You're not Joe Louis. You're not George Foreman, Roberto Duran, Iran Barkley, Aaron Pryor, Alexis Arguello, the Bronx Bull, the Raging Bull, Jake LaMotta. You're not Jake the Snake. You're not Rocky Balboa, Rocky Marciano. You're none of those things. You'll never be discussed, ever. Jake Paul, you will never be discussed in actual boxing history. You'll be discussed in the bullshit of boxing history. Oh, yeah. But even that, you're not top 10. You got that? Even that, you're not top 10. You walk around with these belts that you bought for yourself or somebody gifted you. You never beat anybody. The only real boxer you fought was Tyson Fury's brother, and you lost to him. I don't give a fuck about Nate Diaz, Anderson Silva, my man Nate Robinson. None of these goofballs that you fought. No disrespect to any of the people that you fought. You've never fought a real boxer. And I am hoping, I'm going to even pray. I'll throw it in my next to fill-in rap. I'm going to pray that Mike Tyson, all it needs one round. There's 8 2-minute rounds. All we need is one round from Mike to catch you. And none of the guys you have fought have ever confronted you with the grit, the determination, and the ferocity that Mike Tyson is still capable of doing. I'm hoping, I'm praying, Baruch Hashem, this happens on the 15th. I may be there, I may not be there. I may be at home watching this shit, Netflix. But just know I'll be watching, I'll be fucking cheering, and I'll be prayed up. I'll be prayed up. But Fake Paul, never, ever, ever forget that nothing you do will ever be discussed in the history of boxing, the past, the present, or the future of real, actual boxing, because you ain't a real, actual boxer. Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Woo!
I am Rapaport Podcast.
What else is going on? I told you NBA, NFL is in full gear. There was another dust-up or a dust-up with Deebo Samuels, one of my favorite players in the NFL, Deebo. People are discussing. First of all, Deebo came to the game looking like, I don't know what the fuck he was. Deebo, I love you. I have always loved you. I loved you even more since I got to know a little bit more about you on that Netflix show, Receiver. I love your son. He's cute. You're awesome. I don't know what and who told you to wear that outfit before the game. You look crazy. And I say that with love and respect, Deebo Samuels. But he came in there looking like, I don't even know. He was wearing, I think it was leather or pleather, or maybe it was silk, or like, I don't know, cashmere, or I don't know what it was. Some shorts, some shoes, and then Deebo got into a little dust up with the long snap holder, who fucked up, and everybody's making this is football. This is football. The Niners are 5-4 with C-Mac back, and they squeaked it out versus Tampa Bay, but it's football. Hopefully they apologize to each other and you move on. Talking about suspending Debo. We're not suspending Debo. But the NFL is, we're getting into big boy time. We're getting into big boy time. We're getting championship part of the season. The Mafia, the Bills Mafia, 8-2. The Bills Mafia is real. The Bills Mafia is real. The Buffalo Bills are real, and they're doing their thing. Big Josh, Jumbo Josh, is an MVP contender again. Hopefully he can hold it together. The defense generates a lot of takeaways. And the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs with their number one cheerleader, Taylor Swift, and the beats go on. Even though it wasn't pretty, even though it wasn't exciting, even though there wasn't a lot of highlights, the Kansas City Chiefs are still, they're undefeated. And 9-0 is 9-0. I don't care if it's 9-0 and they didn't score a lot of points. I don't care if it's 9-0 and they did score a lot of points. They got Isaiah Pacheco back to practicing, and they don't need any more weapons. They don't need any more weapons. DeAndre Hopkins has fit in nice since he got traded. Travis Kelce is starting to perk up, and Andy Reid should already have the Coach of the Year on lock. And if Kansas City can somehow win in Buffalo, they have a clear path to home field advantage, whether they go undefeated or not. The Steelers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, are 7-2. I'll say it again. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 7-2. With them being undefeated since who? Russell, the love muscle, became the starting quarterback. The Ravens get all the hype, but the Steelers are the leaders in that division. They're tough, especially at home. They got those beautiful, terrible towels swinging around, real nice and real proper. They bring them on the road, too. It made Washington feel like a home game. Mike Tomlin is putting on another master class so far this year. And the muscle, Russell, the love muscle, is back. Russell, the love muscle, Wilson. I always like the muscle. The Texans are 6-4. They've weathered the storm with Nico Collins due to come back. Fuck, I resent Nico Collins. I resent him for what he did to me in fantasy football, but I like everybody healthy. And they should have beaten the Lions this past week. And the Jets stink. The fucking Jets offensively stink. Defensively stink. The Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray, I don't even know how many points they put up. Aaron Rodgers is not a leader. He's not friendly. He's not a guy you want to make mistakes around. He just seems like a fucking dick. Aaron Rodgers seems like a dick. An unfriendly dick. That's what he seems like. That's what seems like playing for him. I don't know if it's always been that way or just because he's old, he's beaten up, but he seems like just an unfriendly dick, a dickhead. But the NFL is rocking. The NFL is rolling. I am locked in all over the place in real NFL and fantasy football. It's winning time in fantasy football. I need things to perk up. And then in the NBA, I need to send well wishes. I hate sending well wishes in the NBA. Chet Holmgren, who I said on this I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, I said Chet Holmgren, to quote the great Machine Gun Kelly, your beard is weird. You're 22 years old. Why do you want to have that Abe Lincoln shit? And it's not because it looks dope or I'm out of touch and you look crazy. Embrace being 22, Duke. Your beard is weird. Chet Holmgren, but I love the way he plays. He had a little hip pointer. He hurt his hip the other day. He fell down hard, and he's thin. He's skinny, so he don't got a lot of padding on his hips. He got hurt the other night, and now they're saying that he might be out 2 to 3 months, which sucks because OKC was cooking. They weren't cooking enough because Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors As of the recording of this I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, 8-2. And Steph has that pep in his step. He's got that MVP pep in his step. I ain't saying he's winning MVP yet, but he's got that pep in his step. And right now, they beat the shit out of Boston last week. They beat the shit out of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they are 8-2. They are 8-2. And it's always a beautiful thing. I also have to wish, I knew it was going to happen. Zion Williamson, everybody, this is not, I mean, Vegas, I wonder if they took odds on how many games Zion Williamson would stay healthy. And he was looking good, but he always gets hurt. He always gets hurt. And I thought that the Pelicans can make some noise, but I need to change my prediction who will be in the conference finals. I still think Denver is going to be there because the Joker, talk about MVP, Djokovic, he just blobbles onto the court. Every season, every game, he just blobbles onto the court. He's unbelievable. You can't tell if he's in shape, if he's out of shape. Doesn't matter. I thought the Pelicans were going to do their thing. But with Zion being hurt, I don't know. But like I said, the Warriors have been amazing. And my revised prediction for the Western Conference Finals, I am allowed to revise predictions this early in the season. My revised prediction for the Western Conference Finals is seeing the Denver Nuggets versus the Memphis Grizzlies. It's still early. I could change it again. The Denver Nuggets versus the Memphis Grizzlies. I gave you a little rope. New Orleans, but you're just not ready. And you're just not healthy. The Grizzlies are sick. They're deep. No Diddy. Zach Edey should have been the number one pick. Plus, they have that other rookie who's starting, Jalen Wells, who's smooth. He's on that young shit. He's on that young skinny shit. And Ja Morant has been ridiculous. And I will say, thus far, and it is early in the season, thus far, the Warriors and the Lakers are the most improved teams. The West is deeper than ever, no Diddy. The NBA is deeper than ever. Sorry, no Diddy. And we are tuned in for all the games. All the time. We're live betting on NBA. We're live betting on NFL. We do it all. We went 7-0 at Captain Picks. Nobody knows the league better than we do at Captain Picks. CaptainPicks.com. Sign up at winnable.com. Winnable.com/Captain Picks to get sports bets texted to you. We're texting you to help you make that moolah, that money. NFL, NBA, college basketball, college football, UFC, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Hey, you said you're doing boxing history? If this is a real fight, they're treating at it because there's bets on Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. We're doing it all. Sign up at winnable.com/Captain Picks, baby.
I am Rapaport Podcast.
A lot of people listen to the last I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast where I broke down not what you wanted to hear, but what you needed to hear. As to why not just Kamala, but the Democrats, the Democratic news, the woke, and the far woke needs a complete revamping. The Jets, the New York Jets, they need a complete revamping. They stink top to bottom. Coaching, front office, practice team, practice coaching, all of it. Ankle tapers. If they completely revamped the New York Jets, you wouldn't have a problem with it. You wouldn't go, why? The Democratic Party, look at them like the New York fucking Jets or whatever team sucks in whatever sport you love. Got to get rid of the quarterback, got to get rid of the coach, got to get rid of the coach's friends, parking attendants. Sorry, guys. We need to clean house top to bottom. And if the parking attendants suck, we got to get rid of you too. The Democratic Party is the New York Jets. You suck. CNN, you suck. MSNBC, you suck. AOC, you suck. The Squad, you suck. All of yous suck. That's why you lost. Say, Mike Rapp, what about women's rights? I believe in women's rights. I care about women's rights. And I also care about Jews' rights to live. Not just our rights to do what we want with our own body, to live. And right now, that's most important to me. Jewish people and Israeli citizens' right to live. Tonight, as we speak, as I podcast, that's what the fuck I care about. I gave you what you needed to hear, not necessarily what you wanted to hear. And that episode has been shared, and I want you to continue to share it, and I want you to continue to share all the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast episodes. I'm a disruptive warrior. I've always been a disruptive warrior. I came out of the womb disrupting. Ask my mom. Ask my dad. Ask Professor Rapaport. Has he always been like this? They're going to say he hasn't always been like this, but he's always been like this. I can't help it. I give it to you rough, rugged, and raw. Hardcore. And I'm going to give you some more. Oh, yeah. Rough, rugged, and raw. Hardcore. And I'm going to give you some more. Movie recommendation. I know you're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? The Apprentice. Starring Sebastian Stan, who I didn't know about until he portrayed Tommy Lee in that film. Tommy Lee, the drummer of, is it Motley Crue? It's Motley Crue, right? They call him Big Dick Tommy. He was great in that. And Jeremy Strong, who played the lead guy, I forgot which brother, in The Apprentice, not The Apprentice, in Succession. The movie is The Apprentice, and the movie is about young Donald Trump and his apprentice, Roy Cohn, real character, obviously both real characters. And it's very well done. It kind of has a Scarface vibe to it, which I thought was very interesting. It's 90 minutes. No, it's 2 hours. It's 2 hours. The acting is great. I think, shockingly, they were somehow able to humanize Trump. And then he turned into what we kind of got to know of him in the 80s. The movie doesn't say, oh, this is 87, 88, 89. I think it kind of ends around 87. They don't pinpoint it because it's kind of just a sweeping sort of, biofilm, but it's very, very, very well done. Great acting, great directing, very New York. And like I said, the music, and I guarantee you some of the reference of the costumes, the wardrobe, I guarantee you the director had in his mind Scarface, the movie Scarface, because that's the way they sort of tell his first part of his life. It kind of goes up until when he's, Trump Tower, Trump, pre-Dick Stain, but you kind of get the Dick Stain writing is on the wall. Anyway, it's very, very good. Starring that guy from Succession, Jeremy Strong, and that actor Sebastian Stan. And I give it, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. The first 90 minutes I thought were better than the last half hour, but it's a very good, fun, entertaining movie that I watched on Apple TV. And if you're looking for a simple film, watch that. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I appreciate all the support of the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend about the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. You can subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. Leave a review. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. And make sure you stay safe, but more importantly, stay sane. Okay, it's the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. I'm Diggity Dunn. Miles Jordan, a.k.a. the Bleach Brothers, a.k.a. the Diggity Dust Brothers. End this puppy and take me at it with something real nice. Take me at it with something real loud, but most importantly, take me out of here with something super duper funky. See, I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. I'm out.